Well, thank you for finding us,
Yes.
whether you're audio or visually watching, looking at us. Um, this is Amuse-Bouche. We are your 45 minutes of positive distraction for this terrible world that we're living in now. I'm
Lucky you. We
Addy.
spent half an hour before we recorded talking about the nightmares.
Yes, yes.
And
We
I'm Julie.
Yes.
Yes.
We're Addy and Julie, and this is Amuse-Bouche. And thank you so much for joining us. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. If you
Yes, we
do
do.
like us, please
Push
subscribe,
push
rate,
the buttons.
review,
Yes.
do the things.
Do the thing.
We're definitely getting a few listeners.
Yay.
I would say visually, man, people like that catch-up episode.
It's just so funny, but it is really interesting. I
I
think
mean,
I think everything we say is interesting though.
yeah. Well, it was funny. Yesterday I was at work and I was like, "Oh yeah." Someone was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing just a little, bit of research for my podcast." And she was like, "You have a podcast?" And I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "What's it about?" I'm like, "Well, it's just a positive distraction. We do a little bit of history, and it's kind of really varied." Um,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Well, what was the last episode about?" And I said, "Cheese." And she I said, "The history of cheese." And she goes, "What's the history of cheese?" And I said,
Listen to
"Well,
it.
please listen to the episode. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not out here doing it twice, baby."
No, I didn't bring my write-up, but it's 15 minutes of creamy delight, and you should listen.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't even take that long in your day,
We've
honestly.
talked about so many good things, cheese and chocolate and bees and ketchup and wonderful women.
Wonderful women.
Mm.
Um, I might be doing a man soon.
I was thinking of a man too.
I came
Ooh,
across an interesting story that I think this particular man might be worthy of me
okay.
talking about him for 20 minutes. So
Oh, I love it.
I know. Um, I'm all a man here.
Manu. No, there are
Shocking.
some delightful men out there, and we want to put a little light on them. Yeah,
Yes, they're not all terrible.
they're not
Um,
all terrible.
okay. So we're gonna try something different with the breathing today.
Okay.
So again, if you can close your eyes, please do. But if you can't, please don't. Um, and Julie, what I'm gonna have you do
Okay.
is I'm gonna have you put your fingers together,
Okay.
and then we're gonna do an inhale. And when we inhale, I want you to see where the inhale hits in your torso. Okay.
Yes, I've seen this before. It changes for fingers. I love this. Okay.
And it's fun and it calms you down because you're connecting with your body and you're really like paying attention to it. And that's part of what we're doing, right? We're breathing and thinking. So, okay, so we're going to put our first fingers together. So, our first finger and our thumb together, if you're listening. And then we're going to do one big inhale. Julie, where did that hit?
I got to try again.
Okay.
My chest.
Yes, right
Is
in
that
the
where
upper
the
chest. Okay.
Yes,
So we're
upper
going to do the
chest.
second finger
Okay.
and your thumb together. Okay. And then take a big inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale.
Okay.
Where did that hit?
A little lower in my belly?
Like
Yeah.
kind of in the lungs. Yeah. Upper
Yeah.
belly, lower
Lungs.
lungs is where I
Yeah,
feel
it
it.
felt lower than the last one.
Now we're
Mhm.
going to do our ring fingers and we're
Okay.
going to do it one more time. Just a
Okay.
big, deep inhale.
Okay, even lower.
Yep, in our
My
belly.
lower
And
in
that's
my
a
lower
good
belly.
place to inhale. We
Yeah,
wanna
that
do
is a
that
good
'cause it
place.
really
Why does
relaxes.
finger position change it? That I don't know.
That I don't know, but okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna do our pinkies. Okay,
Okay.
and then one more.
That felt like my whole body. What is
Yeah,
that? It's like the whole chest goes up.
so
That
good,
is
isn't it?
wild. It
Yeah.
is wild and bizarre and another proof that we don't completely understand how connected our bodies are and how
Yeah.
important it is to pay attention to that. I loved that. I think it'd be
Yeah.
nice to alternate.
Yeah, for sure.
I loved
Um,
it.
yeah, and it's nice. And again, we're just taking those deep breaths because it's really good for us. We're thinking about our body, which is making us more
Mhm.
present, which is
Mhm.
important. Because anxiety is either worrying about the future or the past, and we cannot
Mhm.
control either of those directly. So,
Mhm.
being focused and being present is really what's going to get us, going. Okay,
Inhale joy, exhale doom.
that's right.
I
And
do
now,
mental pictures.
uh, ladies and germs, we will learn the history of apples.
Yay! A-A-P-P-L-E-S. A-P-P-L-E-S. I love apples. I do. Let's cheer for apples.
Apples are
Cheers.
amazing. I love
Apples
apples.
are fucking delicious.
So delicious, Julie. Okay, so I got this a lot from just Wikipedia because I just needed basic like information. But there
Okay.
was a wonderful Substack article by a lovely lady named Claire Dinhut.
Mhm. Mhm.
And she was a little more eloquent. So I definitely enjoyed her take on it. Okay. Um, Julie, the very first apple trees are
Oh.
from Kazakhstan.
Ah, Kazakhstan. What's his name? Borat?
I never watched that because it was
Oh
incredibly
my god.
anti-Semitic
Okay,
and
not a good movie,
homophobic.
but there are funny uses for certain clips that kill
Yes,
me every time.
for
Love
sure.
it.
So it wasn't called that then, but it's called that now. And so if you want to look on a map, babies, there you
Okay.
go.
All
Okay.
right.
Apples used to be small and tart, kind of like crab apples.
Mm.
Um, but they were still full of vitamins. So
Mhm.
people realized that eating them regularly, made them feel a little bit better.
Good.
And Julie, this was 10,000 years ago. So of course they would be different.
Oh my god.
I
That's
know.
10,000 years ago is wild to think about. When Emmy was little, we used to go on walks and we went past a crabapple tree
Mm,
and the apples always fall off eventually.
yeah.
And I told her, I said, honey, that's a crab apple. Do you want to take it home? And she said, yes, mommy, let's take it home and let that little crab out. She thought there was a crab in the crab apple. Isn't that cute?
Oh, I kind of want that to be true. Like crab
I
apples, can
know.
you crabs. Oh,
Tiny
well,
little
that's,
crabs. Okay,
but you know what I mean.
not not STD crabs.
No, but an actual like something you'd eat with butter. Anyway, um,
Okay.
okay. So apples were one of the very first fruits to be cultivated as the trees grow really easily,
Mm.
turns out. So so that's their origin story. The apple origin story is that it's from
And
there. Um
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
yes, it will. It'll
Okay.
also give you apples. So
Yes.
um apples ended up sort of moving around because of the Silk Road. Now, for those who don't understand what the Silk Road is, and that could be any of us, including myself before I looked it up, the Silk Road was an ancient network of trade routes that connected China and other parts of Asia to each other and to Europe.
Okay.
It was active from around 130 BCE until
Okay.
1453 CE. Now,
Wow.
nobody says BC and AD anymore. So
No.
BCE means before the Common Era, so before year zero, and
Okay.
CE is Common Era, which is, now.
Okay.
So it was a crucial artery for the exchange of not only goods like silks, spices, precious metals, but also ideas, religions, technologies, and cultures. profoundly impacting the development of civilizations all across Eurasia.
Wow. Okay.
So that's what the Silk Road was. So people would travel to different places to get salt, to get spices, to get fabrics and things like that. And when they were
Wow.
there, you know, they did things like discover ketchup or you know, be like, oh, what is this? An apple? Man, this is delicious. And they're like, yeah, you can actually carry them with you for a period of time if you, you know, travel with them correctly, right?
Okay.
And then the seeds, of course, they could move them around. So apple seeds were found in an excavation site in northeastern Italy and were carbon dated all the way back to 6500 BCE.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
Literally.
yeah.
Okay.
In the Middle East, apple cores were dated around the same area at a Judean site near Sinai.
Wow.
The ancient Greeks and Romans were fucking bananas for apples.
Good wordplay, Addy. They were free.
Ah, I
Good, I
really
love
think
it.
I'm hilarious, which you know,
I'm
is
bananas
for
for
me, I
apples
guess.
too. Excellent.
I know. Thank you. Thank you very much. They liked them fresh. They liked them dried. They put them in wine and sausage. Apples were so popular with basically everybody that they created the profession of horticulturist.
Wow.
And Rome allocated land specifically for apple orchards.
Wow.
And they spent a lot of time like writing about discovering different methods of apple growth and how to enhance the sweetness and size.
Nice. Thank God they did.
Yes. During the Middle Ages, those same happy little monks that helped us make cheeses that we love also cultivated apples. They had extensive fruit gardens. And of course, like I said, apple trees are very easy to grow. So they featured them because they would use them in their beer, ale, and wine making.
Also, how good is cheese with apples?
Oh my God, they're just best friends.
They're
like
best
me and
friends.
you. Yeah.
They're delicious together, and I don't want them separate. I want them together always.
Absolutely. Julie, if you're cheese, I'm apple.
Oh, I'll take it.
Okay. For the US, of course, apples not native to us, but it was Europeans coming over who brought apples with them, and I think some small trees that they could, you know, get over, but also just the seeds, right? And they were easy to spread, and growing them all over the US. There's so many different climates, but of course, we have one man that we blame apple cultivation on, and we'll get to him in a minute.
Okay.
The 1800s, Julie, I've never said this sentence out loud before.
Okay.
The 1800s are considered the golden age of American palmology.
Palmology is apples?
Yeah, apple study.
Okay, I had no idea that's what it was called.
Palmology. Yeah, welcome to fun knowledge about apples, Julie.
That I won't forget. That's amazing.
I know.
Palmology. Okay.
It was during this time that many varietals were created that we still love today. Granny Smith, Brayburn, Fuji, and Golden Delicious are all from the 1800s.
Wow.
Now, what motherfucker did that for us? Well, it's Johnny Appleseed.
Oh, fuck. That's a real person.
His real name was John Chapman.
Okay.
He was born in the late 1700s, and he was crazy about apples, Julie. So remember in our tomato episode, I talked about how there were certain people who got super crazy about tomatoes and really thought that if you ate tomatoes every day, not only would you be so much more healthy, you might never die.
Yes.
Well, that's clearly not a thing, but like everyone dies. It's the price of being born. But definitely tomatoes have a lot of nutrients, but so do apples. Apples have a ton of nutrients. If you eat an apple every day, you probably don't need a multivitamin. Yeah.
I do. I do eat an apple every day.
I know you do. It's your
It's my
dessert.
favorite before bed, after my
Okay.
jammies are on, I go get a big Cosmic Crisp, I wash it really good, I cut it into 24 slices, Addy, because I like them thin,
Cute.
every
Yeah.
night before bed. Oh,
So, he planted apple trees all across the Midwest, and he taught other people how to care for the orchards,
okay.
how to grow them, how to preserve seeds. He had an enormous impact on US agriculture in general, but more
Okay.
so, of course, for the apples that are grown here.
Okay.
There is still one tree left that he planted on a farm in Nova, Ohio. And Julie, I
Is this
sent you
the
a
tree you sent
picture.
me?
Yeah.
That tree is huge. I had no idea apple trees got that big.
Well, I mean, it's over 100 years old, but it was once struck by lightning,
Okay.
but then an offshoot started growing out of the roots. So
Okay.
it's still technically the same tree.
The base is absolutely enormous. Like
Yeah.
I thought apple tree bases remained kind of small, but
Yeah,
no, that one's huge. Well, it's so old. I guess it's spread its little wings.
indeed.
Wow, how cool. And this is just on someone's property?
Yes, it's on a farm.
Wow. I love that there's pictures.
Yes.
No, it's so
So,
cool. Yeah.
so here's some fun facts about apples, Julie.
I love a fun fact about an apple.
I know you do, girl. Apples are 25% air, which is why it makes them less dense than water. So that's why they float.
Oh, I did not know that, which is
I
why
know,
we
me
bob
neither.
for apples.
Yeah.
It never occurred to me why do apples float? Because they feel heavy. I mean, they are heavy.
They do. I mean, if someone clocked you with an apple, it would
It would
hurt.
hurt. I
Yeah.
bought 6 apples the other night at Albertsons and paid $9 for them because they weighed so much. But
Yeah,
that's crazy. They float. Okay, fun.
I know. An apple tree takes 4 to 6 years to produce fruit and can live for 100 years, Julie.
I tried to plant an apple seed. And I did the thing where you put it in wet paper towel, put it in the fridge, and it sprouted, but it never grew. So I want to try again.
Okay, I think you
Okay.
should.
I should. I'd love a tree in my yard.
Julie, do you want to guess what the top apple producers in the world are?
Meaning what flavor of apple or what land?
What countries grow the
Oh,
most apples?
what countries? Well, immediately my brain said the US because we get a lot of sunshine.
We are number 2.
We are number 2. Spain?
Mm-mm.
No. Asia doesn't have the land for apples, does it?
I think it
Asia?
might. China is the world's top producer of apples.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I never would have guessed that.
I would literally never have guessed. Okay. Wow.
And then number 3 is Turkey,
Hmm.
and then Poland, and then Italy.
Nice. Okay.
Julie, apples are in the rose family.
That I knew, which is
That's fun.
wild.
Yeah.
How are they connected? I have no clue.
I don't know. I don't
That's
know
amazing,
science.
though,
I'm
but
pretty.
I love knowing it
Mhm.
because
There are more
roses
than
smell beautiful, but so do apples.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
More than 2,500 varieties are grown in the US,
Okay.
and 7,500 varieties are grown worldwide.
There are 7,500 different
Different
types
types
of
of
apples.
apples.
The world of possibilities for flavors. I just want to try them all.
I want to try them all.
I want to
I
try
want to
them
go to
all.
like an apple convention.
Me too. Let's find out if that exists. That can be our next trip.
Okay. So here's the thing that's odd about apples. So the
Okay.
seeds from an apple are
Okay.
different than the tree it came from. So if
Huh.
you grow the seeds, say you get a Brayburn and
Okay.
you dry out the seeds and you plant them, it's not going to grow the same kind of tree that came from.
What?
I know.
What kind of science is that?
Um, Julie, I don't know. The miracle of life.
Sorry.
So if you're growing a tree from a seed, won't give you the same kind of apple that the seed came from.
Oh my God. Well, that's disappointing.
So yeah, it's more complicated than that. So they do grow really well, but it's it's more challenging than you would think. Okay.
Wow.
And the last apple fact I'm going to talk about, I'm going to go back to the Garden of Eden.
Oh yeah.
So apples weren't always what Eve ate in the garden. Um, that came about a very long time ago
Mm,
when I'd say probably Bible, let's see. Sorry, I'm going back to my religious studies degree. I think
you're good.
the original texts were finally written down and put into a book around the 1100s.
Okay.
Um, and so when it was translated into Latin,
Okay.
the same word for evil is also the same word for apple.
Hmm.
And then
I mean,
when in the Middle Ages, when people were drawing a lot of pictures, they
mhm.
liked doing an apple
Yeah.
because I think, everyone could relate to what that fruit was,
Yeah.
because it was so ubiquitous. And also, I think you look at an apple and you're like, I get why Eve would want to eat that. They are delicious.
Oh my God. So fruit in general. I just
However,
love fruit.
scholars believe that the fruit mentioned is probably either a fig or a pomegranate.
A fig makes sense. Yeah.
Does
I
make
mean,
sense.
fig makes sense. I suppose a pomegranate does as well, except you wouldn't bite it the same as you would a fig or an apple.
No, you'd have to crack that motherfucker open because you
Yeah.
can't just bite into the
Yeah,
skin.
you can only eat the seeds. Oh, but I do love
Mhm.
pomegranate seeds. Addie,
Mm.
that was so informative. Palmology. That's what I'm
Pomology.
Palmology is the
So
study of
it's
apples, and
Pomology.
I'm gonna do a little palmology myself and see that if there's a way to grow a cosmic crisp apple tree, I want it because my favorite tree, I don't know if I told you this, my spring snow crab apple fell down and died in a storm. And I was seriously so heartbroken. It had the most beautiful white flowers, and it's called a spring snow crabapple because in spring, when it's windy, the
Yeah.
little leaves fall down, the white flower petals, and it looks like
Yeah.
snow in spring. And so I loved
Oh,
that tree, but it's gone. And I think an apple tree would be lovely to put in its place,
absolutely.
right? And I
Yeah.
do love an apple. So, okay, worth the wait too. I'll wait for apples. I'm never in a big hurry.
No.
Um, although the amount of money I spend on apples at the supermarket is depressing. And your pictures. Wait,
Yes.
hold on. I want to see this little your Apple adventure guide. So how do I follow this? The sweetest. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
so I'm gonna post on Instagram and I sent it to Julie. It's a
Yes.
Your Apple Adventure Guide and it shows all the modern American apples from
Mhm.
sweetest to tartest. So the
Yes.
sweetest is Fuji. And
Fuji.
then go ahead.
Ayla. Sugar bee. I've had all of these. I've
Hmm.
never had a snapdragon. Have
Me
you?
either.
No.
No.
Sweet Tango, yes. Brayburn I've had. Honey Crisp I
Mhm.
do
Oh yeah.
love.
Mm.
Golden Delicious. I'm not a big Golden Delicious fan except for baking.
Yeah, same.
Gravenstein, I've
Never
never
had it.
heard of it. Yeah. Macintosh, sure.
Yeah,
And that's a good apple. A Macintosh is a solid apple.
for sure.
Arkansas Black, never had it or
No.
seen it.
Mm-mm.
Now, my all-time favorite, the Cosmic Crisp.
Yes.
A Granny Smith, I've also only used for
Oh,
baking, but I
no,
know
we
a
go
lot of.
we go the other side, honey. We go
Oh, I'm
down.
so sorry. Oh, you're right. Cosmic Crisp jumps to Rave,
Yeah.
Rave Apple, then Pink Lady. And I think
Mhm.
of Pink Lady is quite sweet.
I think so too. I mean, it's a little bit tartar, but it's certainly not as tart as the granny.
No. And then Pink Pearl, which I've never had, and then
Mm-mm.
Granny.
Yeah.
And Granny Smith, I know there are people like Clint loves a tart apple. So he
Yeah.
loves a Granny Smith. And I would never have picked that before for eating except baking.
Yes, definitely for baking. I have paired it with certain cheeses.
You're
Um,
right.
if
The
the
tart
cheese
with
is
the
on the
creamy.
sweet side, it's kind of
Mm.
nice to have a tart apple with it.
I just love fruit and cheese, girl. I love fruit and cheese. Well, I mean, seriously, excellent choice. We've done our foods have been ketchup, cheese, chocolate, and apples, right?
Mm.
I mean, I love learning about all those things because I enjoy them all. Okay. Well, this week I chose some would you rathers, Addie. Let's hope that they spark some interest for you.
I hope
This one
so.
was hard.
Yeah, I'm excited. Bring it.
I did this again at the dinner table with my kid and my husband, and the answers
Mhm.
ran the gamut. So,
Okay.
number one, would you rather stay in a 5-star bungalow over the water for 3 days or a stay in a 3-star beach resort for 3 weeks?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a tough
Um,
choice.
yeah, because if that 3-star,
Yeah,
place is really shitty, 3 weeks might be hell.
too much. Yeah, and 3 stars, you're not gonna get delivery food. You're not gonna probably have much on the resort property besides just your room.
Well, um, I mean, the room might be just really basic, but
Mm,
hopefully it would still be clean for 3 stars.
yeah.
But the thing that might kill me is the bed. If the bed
Yeah,
is just rock hard,
yeah. No, thank you. I
it's gonna
chose
physically hurt me.
Yeah, and I don't wanna be painfully asleep for 3 weeks. I chose 5-star bungalow over the water. I'd rather live it up, high life for 5 days than
Mhm.
kinda slum it for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Clint chose the 3 weeks. I
Okay.
told him he'd be staying by himself. All right.
Okay.
Would you rather win this is another one that we could not decide. Would you rather win free airfare for life or free
Okay.
hotel stays for life?
Oh, wow. Huh.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you my answer.
Okay.
I said, for sure, I want free hotel stays because airfare is just there and back.
Yeah.
Hotel stays, you can stay weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, and yeah, if the hotel stay is free, then I can stay in the nicest place I can find
That's exactly right.
with the best bed.
There you go. And the best pillows and the best food delivery and the best TV channels and all
Mhm.
of the things. Clint was like, "Oh, I say airfare." He's like, "That's always going up." And I said, "No, no, friend. You only have to pay for that the way there and the way back, but the hotel is every single day."
Well, and sometimes you can get such a good deal
Mhm.
on airfare,
Yep.
because they have, like, surprise sales.
Mhm.
I mean, you have to clear your history and everything and be very careful, but,
Yeah.
you can get good deals on airfare, and, of course, a lot of, like if you're smart and you do wanna travel a lot, you find a good credit card that gives you
Yep.
miles.
Yep.
Um,
You can also buy last minute tickets and they're cheap.
yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, good one.
Okay.
Would you rather live 200 years in the past or 200 years in the future?
Oh god.
Yeah, I know. I know. Clint said he picks the past. And I said, okay, well, you wouldn't have any technology at all. You probably wouldn't have running water. You wouldn't have toilets. You wouldn't have, I'm like, you really want to live like that? I chose 200 years in the future. I want to see what it's about, baby. He's like, what if the earth has ended? And I'm like, well, then I'd be ended too. But I'd
Yeah.
rather go forward than back.
Yeah, I think, I understand the joy of the simplicity, but, what, 200 years ago would be the 1800s?
Yeah. Again, Addie, the beds.
Yeah, it's literally just either cotton or straw. Um,
Oh,
I think the nicest mattresses were probably filled, like, if you were a queen, they
mm.
used horsehair,
Oh God.
which they still do use in some
Oh,
mattresses. They don't hurt the horse, they
no.
just comb
Yeah,
and
you get a
use.
lot of hair off of a horse when it's shedding.
Yes, you do.
Mm,
And,
mhm.
and then they treat it so that it becomes, like, coarse and
Okay,
acts as, like, a natural spring.
interesting.
So, you'd have to yeah, but just as women, I don't think it's safe for us. Although,
No,
to be fair, it might not be safe in the future, but I think I would rather go forward than back.
same. See, girl, see, we're on the same page. All right, last would you rather lose the ability to lie or believe everything you're told? Your face.
just thinking of the things,
I
the
know.
fucking bullshit that people
Yeah,
tell me now, and
yeah,
not just, like, stuff online, but, like, just actual humans in
yeah.
telling me things. Lose the ability to lie or believe everything you're told. Oh,
It's a
well,
hard one.
I guess I'd lose the ability to lie because honestly, I don't do it
Don't
that
lie
much
that much.
anyways.
My
I am known for how blunt I am.
It's true, and I have to say, and I
Yes.
prefer somebody who's honest and blunt, I like that, but, the thing that's hard is moments where you want to be kind and your real
Mhm.
thoughts aren't kind, and so but I bet we would get, like, Jessica Fletcher style good at saying what we need to say kindly.
Yeah, I think it doesn't I mean, you don't have to say everything you're thinking. Um,
No, but if someone said, "Does this look good on me?" and it really didn't.
well, you would
Oh,
just have to learn how to kindly say what you're thinking.
yeah, and
You could
Jessica
be
Fletcher
like,
did it all the time.
yeah, you could be like, "I don't know that that's the best color for you. I
Yeah,
don't think that's the best cut of
yeah,
dress or
fit,
cut
yeah.
of jean." Yeah. Like, "I've seen you look better than this," which,
Yeah, that's not tr
so
cruel.
there are ways to say the truth that aren't just like, there was that movie that came out, I don't know how many years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, called The Invention of Lying with Ricky Gervais.
Mm.
And it proposed a world where everybody just said the thing they were thinking all the time. And the thing that everyone was thinking all the time was really shitty. Like, these are just terrible people. Nobody ever says anything like, "Oh my God, you are really handsome," or anything like that.
Mhm.
Everybody's just really awful to each other all the time.
Our
And
unfiltered mind is not always kind, that is true.
but you can train it to be more
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah.
Like, self-talk and doing it positively. You don't have to lie to yourself, but you can be kind and gentle
Mhm.
to yourself.
I have to say, I think nice things all the time about other people, and I try very hard to say them because I think it's important and it really helps people.
Julie, every day. Like, yesterday I was at work and I went out on a 10-minute break. And when I came back to work, I go up an escalator to go to the door that I can enter. And God, there was the cutest girl coming down the other side, a woman, I should say.
Mhm.
And there was polka dots, Julie,
Oh, I
and
love a polka dot.
there was a cute like sunglass
Oh,
situation.
I love her
And
already.
and I'm I don't have sunglasses on, so she can see that I'm staring at her.
Yeah.
So instead of being a dick and having her like wonder if I'm like racist or a freak
Yeah.
show, I just said out loud, "Wow, you are cute as hell." And
Yes, I love that.
you know what she said? She said,
Huh.
"Well, you are too. Look at you."
See? It feels good to put good things out, and people
That's
like
just
it, and they give
nice.
good
That's just
things back.
nice.
It
Yeah,
is just nice. I feel like it can change my whole day if somebody says the right nice thing,
for
and
sure.
I can live on a good compliment for a long fricking time.
Yes.
I can live on a good compliment for a long time, so give them out as often as you think them.
Yeah,
All right,
maybe even
girl,
more than you think.
I
What
got
else
you
you
some
got?
real fun true or falses.
You do?
Yeah. You are 0 for 7. You got them all right last time.
Yikes.
Do you
Okay.
remember that? You got them all
Oh,
right.
no.
Don't yikes me. You did. That's amazing. I bet you get them all right again. But,
Okay. Mm,
um, or am I do you have a little animal for me, or was that last week?
that was last week.
Okay, good. Then I'm good with true or falses. So here we go.
Yeah, okay.
True or false, Addie? President John Adams had a dog named Jesus. Oh, this is why people need to watch podcasts because you're so funny. Did he have a
I
dog
was
named
like,
Jesus?
I never even thought about John Adams having a dog, but
Yeah.
would he name it Jesus?
Maybe
If he
Jesus?
if he did, I don't know that people would have
Liked
um
that very much, huh?
yeah, I feel like I'm gonna say no.
Good girl. It's false. He had a dog named Satan.
Now that makes more sense.
I think he probably had a sense of humor.
I think so.
All right, true or false? Ivan the Terrible was inspired by Dracula, or was the inspiration for Dracula.
Yes. True.
False. You got
Oh.
one wrong. Sadly, false. Actually, Vlad
Oh,
the
Vlad the
Impaler gets the
Impaler.
distinction. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Clint was like, I thought all those things were pretend. I'm like, you thought Ivan the Terrible and Vlad the Impaler were pretend? He's like, yes. So cute.
Wow. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
isn't he so pretty?
All right, here we go. True or false? Soviet scientists once tried to create a human chimpanzee hybrid.
Oh. Ugh.
Ah, it's horrible to think about.
I don't like any of that.
What kind of life would that be? Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe they did. Scientists do all sorts of terrible things.
It's true. It is. It's true. Fortunately, they were
Yeah.
unable to impregnate the chimpanzee with human sperm. And I'm going to guess there was no woman willing to be impregnated with chimpanzee sperm.
I mean, not
Thank God.
willingly.
Thank
Yeah.
the heavens that they did not succeed.
Okay.
All right. True or false? Recently, Russia did not consider beer to be an alcoholic drink.
Oh.
Mm.
Wow, I've seen some really like beer and high in alcohol, but I guess that might be truer because it can have a lower amount of alcohol than the vodka they dearly love.
Yes, you're
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Listen to this, though. It is true that Russia did not consider beer to be an alcoholic beverage. Anything containing less than 10% alcohol
Mhm.
was considered a soft drink until 2011, which is hysterical. Think about people driving down the
Well,
road drinking
I
beers,
mean,
children.
in history, which has been
Yeah.
going on like we've talked about, right? Like apples have been cultivated for 10,000 years. So like in history,
Yeah.
like things like beer have been very fortifying. And
Yes.
so you would feed them to your children to
Mhm.
get the nutrients, yeah,
Yes. Yes.
and to shut them up.
Yeah.
And because everybody was drinking it, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But Addie, 10%'s not low. 10%,
No,
10%,
no.
those fucking Russians. All right.
Yes. Oh.
And 2011 is recent, girl. 2011. All right. True or false? The first leader of independent Chile was Irish.
The first leader of independent Chile was Irish.
Mm.
That is such a weird thing to say if it weren't true.
Mhm.
Unless he was like randomly Scottish instead, and they're just like, "Uh-huh." So I'm gonna say true.
It's fall. No, yes, it's true. And his name was Bernardo O'Higgins.
Oh,
Bernardo O'Higgins.
that's just fun to say.
You got that one right again. All right, here we go. True or false? Aspirin was originally invented to treat erectile dysfunction.
Oh, okay. You know, yeah, it's so funny. Like you learn, how they, we were trying to like I think I read once that like stevia, no, not stevia, Splenda was created because they were trying to they were trying to create a less toxic form of DDT. Um,
No.
and you're like,
No, that's terrible.
shit, I shouldn't
Eat it
consume that.
instead.
That
Oh
doesn't
my
sound right. She said I should
No.
drink some. So I mean that could be true. So I'm gonna say
Okay.
true.
You're close. It's false that Viagra was originally invented to treat heart disease.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh God.
Because it
Gave him
does
a hard
affect
one.
your heart. But what I've heard is if you have heart issues, you shouldn't take it.
Isn't that wild? So they were really on the wrong track. All right,
Yeah, they
last
really
true or
fucked up.
false.
Okay.
This is my favorite. There's a minor league baseball team called the Montgomery Biscuits.
I'm sorry,
Is
the
that true?
biscuits?
In Montgomery, Alabama, the Montgomery Biscuits.
Okay.
Is it true or false?
Oh, is it true that there is, what did you say, a
A
softball
minor league it's a minor league baseball team called the
and they're called
Montgomery Biscuits.
biscuits?
Mhm.
Um, I mean, that sounds adorable, and now I
It
want a
is.
biscuit.
I always want a biscuit.
I know, biscuits are delicious. Um,
Mhm.
gosh, I wanna say true because I want it to be true.
It's true. They play in Montgomery, Alabama, and their logo features a biscuit with googly eyes and a pat of butter as her tongue.
Aw!
Isn't she cute?
She is really cute. I love that she's got shoes.
She's got cleats. She's got cleats on because she plays minor league baseball.
Bless her
That
heart.
is the end of my true or falses for the day.
Wow. Wow.
I know.
That's amazing.
Well, to round up our 45, my lovely one, would you like to tell me something that's made you happy this week? Anything?
Absolutely. Apple TV
Oh,
came out with a new
love it.
show
Tell me about it.
starring, Elle Fanning,
Oh.
Nick Offerman,
Oh,
Michelle
gem.
Pfeiffer,
Ah! Gorgina.
and Nikki Kidd herself, Nicole Kidman.
Wow. What is it called?
Margot's Got Money Troubles.
I have heard the name. Okay, is it so good?
Yes, there, as we're recording this, I have watched 4 episodes, so if
Nice.
the 5th episode ends up being Dookie, it's not my fault.
Okay.
But the first 4,
Dookie.
so it came out last week, and when Apple launches a new show, they usually put out the first 3 episodes, so you can really kinda get a feel for it.
Yeah.
Um, and I appreciate it so much. Also, it's just hilarious that, Michelle Pfeiffer plays Elle Fanning's mom, and
Oh,
she's not, warm or fuzzy, but she does work at Bloomingdale's.
oh, I love that. Look at that synchronicity.
And
Very
it's
cute.
just funny because there's a moment where, Elle Fanning plays Margot. She is the
Mhm.
lead in the show, and I love the Fanning sisters so much.
Yeah,
So,
so
pretty
talented.
much if they're in something and it looks like something I'll enjoy, I watch it.
Mhm.
And, there's a moment where she's just, really upset with a scenario that she's in, and she lays down on the floor of the Bloomingdale's, and, um, Michelle Pfeiffer says to her, "Get up, get off the floor. No one is a victim in Bloomingdale's."
You need to use that. You need to use
Oh,
it.
I'm gonna start saying it all the time.
I love that so much.
I
I
know.
watched that It's All Her Fault with one of the Fanning sisters. Was it Elle or Dakota? I don't know, but so fucking good. Clint and I were both so hooked. It's All Her Fault. Highly recommend.
Okay.
So good. Well, that's a cheery thing. I will say my recommends this week. Um, I know you hate games and you have reason to. Um, I live with a 12-year-old, so games are a thing we have.
Sure.
But one of my least favorite games of all time is Monopoly. I just think it's the most
Oh.
boring game that ever happened. However,
Yeah.
I invented a Monopoly card game. And the
Oh.
Monopoly card game is a fucking blast. It can
Oh,
take as few as 10 minutes to finish. It can take
okay.
maybe 15. You just have to collect 3 of the same property. So you just collect all the properties and you collect 3 full properties and you win the game. And it's simple and it moves fast and it's super fun. If you haven't played the Monopoly card game, it's like $5.99 at any store. Get it. Highly
Oh,
recommend it. And then you sent me to the movie theater to watch Project Hail Mary, which
I
was
did.
just so, so, so wonderful.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling is a goddamn treasure. I
Oh
mean,
my God. Look, I I'm not usually the kind of girl who likes a guy who just is classically good looking.
yeah,
I like a big nose. I like a unique face.
character,
I like something,
character.
yeah, interesting to look at. But
Mhm.
that man and his sense of humor and the
He's
twinkle
so
in his eye,
funny.
he's
Yes.
so funny. He's so fucking charming
He's appealing in every way. He's
in every
appealing in
way,
every
and not
way.
just in films, but
Yeah,
as a human.
as
When
a
you see
human.
him out in the wild, like, giving an interview, like,
I know. I
yeah,
know.
and on
I
SNL.
Oh god, I laughed out loud so many times, all by myself. I was all by myself. I was laughing so hard at this movie that is both funny, it
Mm,
is exciting, it
yeah,
is frightening in moments,
so scary.
it's so scary. It's so not horror, or I don't wanna deter anyone if you're not, it's not that kind of scary. Um,
No.
it is one of those films where you have every emotion, it runs the gamut. I
Yes.
literally cried. It's just so beautiful. So, like, highly, highly, highly recommend. And then the other thing I'll say is that Shrinking has a new season, and I love Shrinking so much that I
Yeah.
only give myself 1 episode, like, a week, because I
Okay.
don't want it to be over. But
Yeah.
every single person on the show, the writing of the show, it's so my favorite genre of television is comedy with heart.
Yeah.
And nobody, I mean, sh Ted Lasso,
Sure.
Schitt's Creek,
Yeah, absolutely.
Shrinking. I mean,
Yeah.
they are such fantastic watching.
I don't know if I can watch it again, Julie, because
Oh.
he's engaged now and,
Oh, I
you know,
know, aren't you I mean, I'm happy for him, and I would never meet him, and, like, it's like
I
Pedro
want
Pascal
him to
being
be
engaged.
happy, but I also want him to be happy with me. Yes, I know I'm married to
Me
somebody.
too. Me too. He's so fucking handsome and so fucking funny. We like a
But
tall, handsome, funny guy.
I do. I
Mm,
like, I like a man with a prominent nose who's hilarious.
mm.
That is my
Oh,
thing.
he's
It is what I
hilarious.
like,
And
and,
he's brilliant.
it's very specific, and I like
Mm.
it if he's Jewish. That helps too, which
It
he is.
does.
So,
He is.
yeah,
I know. I
I
know,
know.
but I'm happy for him. He waited until he found the right one, you
He
know?
did, but why did she have to be like,
I
you know
know. I know, but like I was saying, like Pedro Pascal's relationship, I can be wildly jealous and also have for them at the same time.
I
Someone
know.
gets to have those beautiful, perfect
I
men when
wish
they're
she wasn't just so skinny and blonde, but it's fine.
I know,
It's
I know.
fine.
I know, I know, I know. I'm with you. I know. I like a man, it's like why I love Paul Rudd. His wife is so normal.
Yeah,
She's so normal, and it just makes you realize he fell in love with the person, not
yeah,
necessarily the appearance, and that makes you
yeah,
love them even more. But there are
yeah.
very few men for me, like, in Hollywood, in the public eye, that I'm like, "Oh, I just please never do anything to upset me because I just love every single thing about you."
I
Jason's
know,
one,
like Ryan
Paul's one,
Gosling. Well,
like
and
Ryan
Ryan is
Gosling.
married to an actual goddess,
Yeah, but he
but
deserves
they make
her.
yeah, but they make sense, right?
Yeah.
Because you look at him and you're like, "What the fuck?" And then you look at her
Yeah.
and you go, "Oh, okay, yeah,
Um
those 2 match together, like, those 2 puzzle pieces snap."
Fit.
Like,
It makes sense. They fit together. Yeah. He
yeah.
is just so anyways, those are all my recommends this
Those
week.
are good
Oh,
recommends.
if you haven't watched Schitt's Creek, I don't know where you've been, but you absolutely should. And Ted Lasso's the same thing. But if you're lucky enough to have not started Shrinking yet, do it. You will not ever be sorry about it because it's the best show right now, I think, on television. It's just so perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Well,
Project Hail Mary.
when when
Yeah.
you're over there, my
Yeah.
friend,
Okay.
watching him, go ahead
Yeah.
and sneak in that Margot's Got Money Troubles, just watch an episode.
I'm
I
gonna.
will say there's an awful lot of, Elle Fanning's breasts, but they're nice breasts,
I'm
so,
sure they
you
are.
know,
I have no problem with breasts. I see
yeah,
mine every day.
right?
All right. These are all good things. Thank you for a
Yay,
distraction of joyful knowledge, Addy.
we did it again.
We did it again. Your cute, cute face. Thank you for all of it.
You're welcome. Thank you for being my friend,
Yeah,
and I love you very
always.
much,
I love you
and
too.
what the hell
Oh,
is my sign off? Okay.
where the hell is the sign off?
What
If
the
we can't
hell
even
is
remember it. Hold on.
um,
There we go.
okay, the more you know.
The less you doom scroll, and that's just the truth.
That is true.
It
I
is.
believe in that. All right. Thank
Even
you,
us.
everyone. Thanks for listening. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Lazy, I wanna be lazy.